He was adamant that he didn't want anything less than $800,000 on this property, right? That's what he wanted, right? So, obviously there's no way that you could pay $800,000 for this property. Another thing I wanted to point out too is like, let's just say that you do have to go to the bank and get a loan. So, we're here at this $510,000. You want to make sure that your DSR works. So up here in the left corner, you can see that the bank financing needs to be picked. Once you turn it, you can run your numbers 5 different ways at the same time, right? So we pick bank financing. Nothing really changes except for the debt to service ratio, right? The DSR is super important to the banks. They really want to have a 1.3 DSR, right? So to get into a 1.3 DSR currently at the interest rate that is out there in the world, that would make this property probably worth, let's say, 400,000. Right? Let's go to the DSR and you could see 1.2. Yeah. So around $400,000 is what we would have to offer on this property in order to be able to go and get a bank loan right now. Okay. And I want to point that out to everybody because people don't realize that money don't get you very far right now. And that's what you have to tell the owners as well too, is like, look, if I was going to go to a bank and get a loan based on your $62,000 that you're making right now, like I'm going to have to offer you $400,000. Okay. And just in order to get that DSR to 1.2. Okay. Now, if you want more money than that, then why don't you just sell or finance it to me? I'll pay you 600 grand. I'll pay you $600,000 if you sell or finance it because I don't care what the DSR is. All I care about is my cash on cash return. Right. So you see how kind of that conversation's going. This is the exact same conversation that we had with this guy. This is exactly how we had this. We had this. And after we went back and forth and talked to this guy and came up with a whole bunch of different offers, he was adamant that he didn't want anything less than $800,000 on this property, right? That's what he wanted. Right. So, obviously there's no way that you could pay $800,000 for this property. And even if you own or financed it, it'd be very difficult to get to that. But we did push that. We said, look, we can get you to $800,000 if you can sell or finance it. So what if we do $650,000 down and we do a 10-year loan and we amortize it over 20 years? You're going to make $315,000 in total. In 10 years, you'll make $800,000. Would that be something that you're open to, right? So a lot of times if they have that number stuck in their mind, we really try to do the owner financing and try to get them to that number by seller financing over the course of 5 or 10 years. But this guy, he was like, he just wanted $800,000 now. All right. So if you run the numbers at what he actually wants, you could see it's $800,000 with a down payment of 30% and 8% interest. The mortgage comes out to $4,600 or $4,700, and the cash on cash is like less than 2%. So I mean, the numbers don't work. And this is an example of an owner just like he has a number stuck in his mind, and he's not going to sell his property until he gets that number, right? But we went through the whole process of talking to him, getting the information, putting all of the information from him into the deal analyzer, running our numbers and making an offer based on like what we thought would be a good, fair offer. And that's how we come up with the magic letter, right? Which is created right inside the deal analyzer. And you could see our offers were $510,000 and then $600,000 for the seller financing. And then here's the terms that we were offering. Here's how much money he would make over the course of the length of the loan. And this is the total net to the owner. Right. And then, we would say we could close in 45 days or sorry, close in 90 days and, have a due diligence period of 45 days. Then you could change the numbers. And we have that like right here, actually. So you could change the numbers. You could say, look, if you sell or finance this to me, I can close in like 60 days. I just need like 20 days of due diligence and I need like 60 days to close. And then that will just be generated right onto the letter here. It just changes those numbers right here. But So you can see the info, the financing inputs are very, very important. So you can really run your numbers and come up with a whole bunch of different offers. You can run 5 different offers at the same time on this deal analyzer. And another thing that's really cool about this thing too, I wanted to show y'all is that here's the cash flow. So this is really kind of showing you based on the different offers that we have, our cash flow currently would be around this number, right? And then after updates, remember this is once you increase the rates and stabilize the property, you would be at this, at these numbers here. So you want to make sure that when you're looking at your deal, you're looking at, okay, currently this is where I'm going to be. So I know I'm going to have to come out of pocket to stabilize these properties, increase the rents, etc. Really, all you have to do is just increase the rent, and then maybe some people would leave, but you'd have to, just re-rent those prop. On this one, it'd be very easy, honestly, to stabilize this property, and then total after you really stabilize it and get it to 10%, vacancy or fuller, you would be at anywhere from an 11% to a 26% cash on cash return. And you just look at the numbers, you can see the gross income, the operating expenses, and then you have the NOI minus your mortgage, and then you get that cash on cash return.
Hey everybody, this is Stacy here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am here to teach you how to get your foot into this industry. You're watching this video because you want to learn how to get started in self-storage investing, or maybe you own facilities and you want to be a better manager, a better owner. That is what I do, is I teach people how to do that. So please like this video and also subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because that's what YouTube wants. So in order for me to get out the word on how to get started in this industry, I really need your help. Again, I appreciate you listening to me, and I'm here to help you on this journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.